In this Minute with Mary, I'm going to be sharing with you my Glow Trio in case you're looking for a glowy, luminescent, light, barely there foundation for the summer and spring that also protects your skin. So I'm going to be sharing that. I'm also going to be sharing with you how to add some warmth. If you're feeling like you're part vampire and the sun has been out and you want to look a little sun-kissed but you want to do it safely, that's what this Minute with Mary is for you. So do me a favor. Drop a hashtag hello lovely right down there in the comments. It lets me make sure the comments are working, and also I will make sure for our friends on replay that I come on back and say a little hello. My name's Mary. I'm a 40-something mom who loves to podcast. I podcast with my husband Blake about some of our favorite book and television and movie series. We are going to be podcasting later today about Harry Potter, the Potterverse, the chapters seen and unforeseen in the Order of the Phoenix. So if you're a fan of Harry Potter, make sure you check that on out. And I also love to help people feel more confident and creative when it comes to their makeup and their skincare. So already I am wearing what I am calling my Glow Trio. One of the biggest things going on, trending right now, is like that barely there, yet kind of almost look like you have a filter on your face. Very glowy, luminescent makeup. Very, very youthful, but let's be real. Sometimes our skin is dry. Our skin has large pores. Our skin may not necessarily look the way that is really hip, but so that's when you add things to it. That's when you work on your skincare. That's when you work on applying some things to help give you that edge without necessarily making it, a lot of times when it's dewy, our friends who have more a oily complexion, or maybe you're in a sweaty environment, sometimes when you hear dewy, you think that won't work for me. But I've got a solution for you. So I am a 40-something lady. As I said, I've got texture to my skin. I have relatively normal skin, however, throughout the day, I do get a little oily. It also is picking up heat-wise here in Rhode Island, so I like to have makeup that stays on all day. I don't want to have to worry about my natural oils and sweats breaking it down, and that's what my Glow Trio is going to do for you. So what I love about this is I start off with a base with my illuminating primer. My illuminating primer, in case you don't use primer fills in your pores, your fine lines. It helps your makeup stay on your skin, but also creates a barrier so your natural oils can't break the makeup down. So primer is definitely a must-have if you want to have that long-lasting wear. If you have texture, pores, fine lines to your skin that you don't necessarily want to be highlighted or have the makeup sink into, primer is fantastic. This one that I'm wearing is called Illuminating Primer, and it has this glow to it. So you can see where all of the light is reflecting off of my skin. That is a large part because of the Illuminating Primer. Now, the Illuminating Primer you can wear under any of your favorite foundations. If you already have a foundation that you know and love, trust me, this would be a great base to try on out and see how you like it under your favorite foundation. But if you're in the market for something new, I have mixed in with the Illuminating Primer my SPF BB cream. My SPF BB cream is a game changer. It has SPF 30, so it's going to protect from the sun's harmful rays, which is one of the biggest causes of getting fine lines, is actually having sun damage. So you're going to want to make sure that you're wearing sunscreen one way or another. For me, a lot of sunscreens, especially even face sunscreens, sting my eyes. I have super sensitive eyes, and I have not had any issues whatsoever with this BB cream melting into my eyes, stinging my eyes, nothing like that. I can wear it all over my skin, including my delicate eye area, and it holds up. This also holds up to water, it holds up to sweat. So if you're someone who's going to be going swimming in a pool, if you're just in a hot environment, maybe you work occasionally at a spot that doesn't have AC, or you like to go for a stroll, this is going to hold up to those elements. So what I do for my Glow Trio is I do a pump of the BB cream, I do a pump of the Illuminating Primer, I mix them up, and then I go in and I add the secret weapon. The secret weapon is not makeup whatsoever. It's actually my beauty oil. I have been using this beauty oil for several years now. I use 1 drop in the morning, 1 drop at night. It's like Botox in a bottle. It's going to help with your fine lines. It's going to help with the dullness of your skin. Helps with the hydration. It is a game changer if you're working on anti-aging or you want your skin to look youthful. You apply serum after you've washed and toned your face. A lot of people don't necessarily know the order in which you do skincare. You wash your face, you tone your face, then you add any of your thin serums. So they're usually like an oily consistency or a very thin consistency, and you let that soak in, and then you put on your moisturizer. Your moisturizer not only is going to moisturize and hydrate, but it also seals things in. So this I'm already wearing morning and night. I've seen tremendous results. A lot of people love it for like their décolletage and their neck, for their fine lines, for any kind of crepey or dry skin that you have around your eyes. One drop will do your whole face. It's so good. But I actually have been mixing one drop of this into that little foundation primer mix, and it is creating the most hydrating, glowy, youthful foundation look on my skin. And what I love about it is I can amp up the coverage if I want to. If you're someone who does have some inconsistencies in your skin that you're not super confident about, you would just add a little bit more BB cream and it's going to amp up the coverage. For me, you can see some of my freckles still, you can see some of my natural coloring still, you see some of my natural flush, but I don't have any blush, I don't have any bronzer, I don't have any of those things on my skin right now, just those 3 items mixed together. You can apply it with your fingers. I like to personally apply it with a kabuki brush. I just go on in and stipple that product all over, really making sure that it's nice and blended. And what it does is I'm now protected with SPF. I have that beautiful illuminating glow from that illuminating primer, really giving me that youthful finish without it being oily, without it being greasy. It's keeping that nice barrier, filling in those pores and fine lines because of that primer. And then, like I said, that one drop of beauty oil, if you're someone who wants a little extra hydration, a little extra glow, a little anti-aging extra, this trio is amazing. Even my SPF BB cream has anti-aging skincare inside of it. It's going to help plump your fine lines. So if you are just looking for one thing, if you're like, girl, I don't need a glow trio, if you need one thing, I would recommend the BB cream. And if you need a color match, just message me. The colors are really, really kind when it comes to blending. I can actually wear 3 different shades just because it is a light coverage product, meaning you put it on your face, you blend it, and it's not heavy coverage. It's not like taking a marker on your skin and having it be a really saturated color. You can amp up the coverage by adding up a little bit more. The color, just so you know, that I wear right now is called Light, in case that helps in any way, shape, or form. But this is the shade Light, and like I said, why, if I had to pick one of these items, I would do this. It's because it has that light coverage. It is going to moisturize and help do some anti-aging, and most importantly, it has that SPF. But if you're looking for long-lasting, glowy, illuminating, hydrating to the max kind of skin care, but also long-lasting, this Glow Trio is crazy. So I actually have a code, a link for 20% off. And if you wanted to add a little bit of color, a little bit of warmth, I'm also going to be demonstrating how to use my all-in-one color sticks. And if that's something that appeals to you, you can click the second link, and I'm throwing in a free quadra. I think it's either free or super discounted. I'm just going to have to double check on that little link. But I'm throwing in a quadra at a massive discount. If not, actually it is free. I threw it in for free. So you'll be able to get your lashes taken care of, your foundation, your primer, amazing skincare that you can use not only as part of your makeup routine, but also for your morning skincare and night skincare. And then, like I said, you can get yourself an all-in-one color stick. So all-in-one color sticks, creamy, blush, bronzer, lip product, eyeshadow, so many purposes to these all-in-one color sticks. My favorite one, if you're going for a barely there flush, like once again, that makeup minimalist, will be Peony Pink. Peony Pink is this really light flush shade. You see me wear it a lot. I wear it just because it looks like a natural flush on my skin. If you're looking for a bit deeper of a pink, if you like a bit more of a blush, I would go for Fresh Orchid. This is a bit more of a berry shade, more the traditional like Power Packed punch when it comes to more of a blush shade. And I also love Cinnamon Latte for my friends who like a bit more of a reddish, brownish, warm kind of yummy shade. That's another great one. All right, so that all being said, let's add a little bit of warmth and a little bit of glow. I'm going to share with you how I like to contour and bronze with one of these all-in-one color sticks. I'm going to double check on one of the colors to make sure that it's in stock for you right now. Killing two birds with one stone, my friends. But this shade right here is called Chocolate Souffle, and it is a bit on the deeper side, and a lot of people get nervous when they're working with deeper shades, thinking like, oh my gosh, Mary, you're fair. Okay, I think yes, it is here. Okay, I'll even do the lighter shade just because I know a lot of people might be a little afraid. What I will tell you is Chocolate Souffle, which is super, super dark. Less is more. Just do a little bit and you can make magic happen. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to do one side with Chocolate Souffle, one side with Barely Bronzed. So if I was going to contour / bronze with Chocolate Souffle, I really might just do that much and then just little dots. One of the reasons that I like this shade, Chocolate Souffle, over Barely Bronzed is for me, it has more of a cool tone. So if I'm doing more of a contouring versus a bronzing, I try to err on the side of cool tones. So you can see the difference of Barely Bronzed versus Chocolate Souffle. Very big difference, right? But it all comes down to the blending. So I will start blending on the Barely Bronzed side. And you could see I was able to use a bit more product because it is lighter, just like I was telling you between the difference of those two blush sticks. When it's a bit lighter of a product, you can go a little more heavy-handed with your application. As always, whenever you try a new product, less is more, and you can always add more. Always you can add more, but particularly, you know, when you're doing something like bronzing or blushing, that's generally on top of your foundation, so you never want to have it be too heavy-handed and feel like you need to wash your makeup off. So you can see, even though that was a really, really deep shade, blended out, it's undertones, and you can see how it's really kind of chiseled out and accentuated that cheekbone, which is what I love to do with it. Whereas with the Barely Bronzed, it does that too, but it's more of a bronzing shade for me. So like I said, Chocolate Souffle for me works more if you're trying to chisel out your face, if you're trying to slim down or give a lift to your face, or if you have a larger forehead like I do, going around your hairline like this is going to help slim down your face a little bit. So that's the difference that you can see between Barely Bronzed on this side and then Chocolate Souffle. Whoops, let's make sure I blend it in. Chocolate Souffle on that side. I also love to help kind of contour out underneath my cheekbones a smidge. For that, I will do just the same shade of Chocolate Souffle. And I have to remember to blend. This is an area I always forget to blend underneath my chin until the last minute, and then I've got these silly looking dots underneath my face. But if you're someone who does have a little extra under here, maybe a little double chin and situation, that will make a big difference for you. All right. So once again, Barely Bronzed, Chocolate Souffle, and now I feel like I have to kind of even it out. So I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of both on each side just to make sure the colors complement each other a smidge, so I don't look too toned when I go about my errands for the day. So forgive me as I meld the two together. I normally wouldn't, but like I said, I've got to go places today, so I can't have a face experiment all day for you. All right, blend that in. And like I said, what I love about this is it just adds some definition, adds some dimension. When you just have a blank canvas, if you have more of medium or fuller coverage makeup, keep in mind I have light coverage today. You can still see my freckles, you can still see my natural flush, but if you are doing more coverage, you do want to go in with some more blush, bronzer, contouring to really bring those features back to life and warm up the face. Another thing, of course, that a lot of people like to do is to slim down their nose. So you could do that with your all-in-one color stick. And what I do is I draw just a small little line, more inwards on my nose than my natural shadow would be. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm having a Pokemon pickup. Let me just see. Excuse me. we have Pokemon Club at my kids' school today, which I lead. And this is not a skill that I thought I was going to have in life, was leading a Pokemon Club, and yet here I am. So, but one of my girlfriends, her daughter is part of the Pokemon Club, and she needs to drop off some of the stuff that I can bring to school today. So this shade, once again, this is Peony Pink. You can see how light. You can also see that I did 4 little dots on each upper portion of my cheek. You cannot do that. Well, you can, but I wouldn't recommend doing that with the deeper shades. Less is more, just a little bit, and then blend, and then add more if you'd like. But for me, because this is such a light shade, Peony Pink, it really is that nice natural flush. You could take your fingers. There's actually a blending bud on the bottom of the tube, so maybe you're getting ready in the car or you're traveling. You can actually use that blending bud to help blend the product. But like I said, you can use your fingers. You can use a makeup brush. This is another kind of kabuki brush that I have. And for me, this is awesome. This is like springtime, barely there, not really looking like I'm wearing loads of makeup. And I love that it continues to draw in that glow, draw in that dewy, youthful look. So if that is something that you're looking for, no matter your age, no matter your skin type, whether it's dry or oily, you can achieve a glowy look and still kind of protect the integrity of your makeup without it melting and gooping off your face if you have the primer mixed in. And if you use that BB cream, I'm telling you, it is like a magical concoction. Absolutely magical concoction. All right, so we've got those color sticks on. You got to see my 2 that I would either use for bronzing and contouring. You got to see one of my favorite springtime shades for blush. And like I said, if I wanted more of a deeper blush or one that might show up a bit more, I would use Fresh Orchid or Cinnamon Latte. You can also use them on your lips. They're a nice kind of creamy lipstick that ends up setting pretty well, as these have 10-hour wear. So when you apply these color sticks, don't worry, they're not just gonna like smudge off. They are creamy and blendable at first, but then they set. They're still gonna have that dewy look to them, but they're gonna stay on your face all day long. That being said, I need to go get ready to do my Pokemon pickup. So even though I haven't finished, I haven't done my lashes, I do wanna make sure that you know that in the comments of this video, I have those links so I can give you 20% off on the Glow Trio. That's the primer, the foundation, the BB cream with SPF, and that beauty oil. Or if you wanted to get the Glow Trio plus a color stick, either blush or bronzer, you can grab that, also 20% off, and I'm throwing in a free Quadra. That's my 4-in-1 lash product. It is a lash serum for helping your lashes grow and be longer and thicker and stronger, a lash primer, which helps the mascara adhere to your lashes, stay there all day, no matter if you rub your eyes or if you have allergies or contacts. It has tubes in it, which helps coat the lashes and makes for easy removal without looking like a raccoon. And lastly, it has little fibers to help bump up the volume. If you haven't seen me demonstrate the Quadra, stay tuned, as it is something I'm highlighting frequently in May. Thank you so much for watching this Minute with Mary. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.